Are you struggling with clutter in your living space? It's an all too common predicament. Picture this: rooms filled with piles of things you don't even remember owning, countertops hidden under a sea of miscellanea, and closets bursting at the seams. It's not just a visual eyesore. Clutter can create stress, distract you, and even impact your mental well-being. Moreover, it can make daily tasks more challenging. Searching for that one thing you need can feel like embarking on an archaeological dig, sifting through layers of accumulated objects. And let's not forget how it can hinder your productivity and creativity. But imagine the opposite. Every item in its place surfaces clear and inviting, a home that breathes easy. The benefits of decluttering and organizing your space are manifold. It can enhance your mood, boost your efficiency, and create a more peaceful environment. So if you've been grappling with clutter, you're in the right place. The first step to a clutter-free home is purging unnecessary items. Now, this might sound like a daunting task, but with a bit of strategy and a dash of ruthlessness, it can be quite a liberating experience. Let's dive right in. Start by identifying what items you need to purge. This can be old clothes that no longer fit, duplicate kitchen tools, unused electronics, or even furniture that's doing nothing more than collecting dust. A good rule of thumb is to consider whether you've used the item in the past year. If you haven't, chances are you don't need it. Next, decide what to do with these items. You have 4 options: keep, donate, sell, or throw away. If an item still has some utility or sentimental value, you might want to keep it. However, try not to let sentiment cloud your judgment. If it's not serving a purpose, it's just clutter. Donating is a wonderful way to give your unused items a new lease on life. Clothes, books, toys, and even furniture can be donated to local charities, shelters, or thrift stores. Not only will this clear up space in your home, but it will also make a difference in someone else's life. Selling is another option, especially for items that are still in good condition but no longer serve you. You could hold a garage sale, sell them online, or even consign them to a local store. This way, you're not just decluttering, but also potentially making some extra cash. Finally, if an item is broken, worn out, or otherwise unusable, it's time to throw it away. Be sure to dispose of items responsibly, especially electronics and hazardous materials. Now, the key to a successful purge is being ruthless. You need to be honest with yourself about what you need and what you don't. It might be tough at first, but remember, the goal here is to create a space that's not just clean, but also comfortable and efficient. Remember, less is more. Once you've purged, you'll have a clearer space and mind. Now that you've purged, it's time to sort the remaining items. This step is crucial in organizing your living space. Why, you ask? Because sorting helps in creating a proper system for your belongings, making them easier to locate and use. To begin with, sorting items into categories is an effective approach. This can be as broad or as specific as you need it to be. For instance, you can have a category for books, another for clothes, and yet another for kitchen utensils. You could even break it down further into subcategories like fiction and nonfiction books, winter and summer clothes, or baking and cooking utensils. It's all about finding what works best for you. One useful tip when categorizing is to group like with like. This means putting similar items together. If you have a bunch of pens scattered around, gather them all in one place. The same goes for your collection of scarves, your pile of bills, or your assortment of tools. By doing this, you'll not only have a clearer picture of what you have, but also prevent duplicates that lead to unnecessary clutter. Another effective strategy is to sort room by room. This method is particularly helpful for larger living spaces, or for those who have a lot of different types of items. Start with one room, like your kitchen, and sort every item in that space before moving on to the next room. This way, you tackle the task in manageable portions and avoid the overwhelming sight of all your stuff spread out at once. Remember, the goal of sorting isn't to get rid of more things, but to understand the volume and variety of what you own. You might discover that you own 10 frying pans, or that you've been hoarding shampoo samples for years. These revelations might make you chuckle, but they also provide valuable insight into your consumption habits and can guide you in future purchasing decisions to avoid excess. Sorting allows you to see what you have and where everything should go. It's an important step on your journey to a clutter-free, organized living space. So roll up your sleeves and let's get sorting. Scene script. Next, we move on to organizing your items with creative storage solutions. First, let's delve into the world of DIY organizers. These are not just economical, but also customizable. For instance, consider the humble shoebox. With a little creativity, it can transform into a drawer organizer, perfect for stowing away small items like socks, ties, or scarves. Even something as simple as a mason jar can become a stylish holder for your kitchen utensils or your makeup brushes. Then, we have the magic of space-saving ideas. Take advantage of vertical spaces by installing floating shelves. They can hold books, plants, or decorative items, keeping your surfaces clear. Over-the-door organizers are another great option. They're ideal for storing shoes, scarves, or even pantry items. Let's not forget about multi-purpose furniture, where functionality meets style. Think ottomans with hidden storage or coffee tables with shelves underneath. These not only save space, but also keep your items within easy reach. Now let's talk about how to use these solutions in different rooms. In the kitchen, use drawer dividers to keep your utensils in order. Use a pegboard to hang pots and pans. This not only saves space, but also makes your cooking tools easily accessible. Moving on to the bedroom, use under-the-bed storage for out-of-season clothes or extra bedding. A bedside table with drawers can double as a bookshelf and a spot for your nighttime essentials. In the living room, a storage ottoman can serve as a coffee table, a footrest, and a place to stash away board games or blankets. In the bathroom, over-the-door organizers can hold toiletries, while a shower caddy can keep your bath products neatly arranged. Remember, the key to effective organization is to make sure everything has its own place. Assign specific spots for your items and ensure they return to their designated places after use. With the right storage solutions, every item will have its own home. Finally, let's talk about how to maintain a clutter-free space. Now that we've purged unnecessary items, sorted what's left, and organized them with creative storage solutions, it's time to maintain this newfound order. And yes, maintenance is key, because without it, clutter can creep back in before you know it. So, what's the secret to keeping your space clutter-free long-term? It's all about developing good habits. You know, those little things that you do consistently, day in and day out. Habits are powerful. They can either create chaos or cultivate order. The choice is yours. One of those habits is returning items to their designated places. It sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Imagine this. You're in a hurry, you use something, and instead of putting it back, you leave it on the nearest surface. It's easy to justify it in the moment. You'll put it back later, right? But later often turns into never. And before you know it, you're back to square one. So make it a habit to put things back where they belong immediately after use. It may take a bit of discipline at first, but soon it will become second nature. Another habit is regularly purging and sorting items. Life is dynamic, and so are our needs and wants. What was essential yesterday might not be necessary today. So, take the time every few months to go through your items. Ask yourself, is this still useful? Does it still bring me joy? If the answer is no, let it go. Remember, the goal is not to fill our spaces with stuff, but to create a home that supports our well-being and lifestyle. Clutter-free living is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process, a journey. It requires commitment and effort. It's about making conscious choices daily. But trust me, it's worth it. A clutter-free space is not just aesthetically pleasing. It reduces stress, boosts productivity, and gives you more time to do what you love. Maintaining a clutter-free space is a continuous process, but it's worth the effort. Now that we've gone through the steps to declutter and organize, let's revisit the benefits. Embracing a clutter-free home means welcoming a myriad of advantages into your life. Firstly, it reduces stress. When your surroundings are clean and organized, your mind feels clearer, and you're less likely to feel overwhelmed. It's like a breath of fresh air for your mental space. Secondly, it ramps up your productivity. An organized home eliminates unnecessary distractions, allowing you to focus on the tasks at hand. Imagine how much more you can achieve when you're not constantly searching for misplaced items. Additionally, a clutter-free home enhances your living environment, making it more enjoyable and inviting. It's a space you'll be proud to call your own, and one that radiates positivity. Remember, a clutter-free home is a happy home. Start decluttering today, and you'll soon reap the benefits.